this worked last time, so there's no way this is gonna work again, right? Last time we got Child, there's no way we can get Yanfei by just wishing in the statue hands, right? Alright, there we go, we're all set. Well, let's see if it happens again. Last time we were in our friend's world, so we never used the statue in our hands, so let's at least try and attempt it. Here we go. No way. Well, I guess we're getting a 5-star. The goal is to get Yanfei and get out. Who's it gonna be? Okay, Zhongli. He's probably the best support in the game, so that's good. Alright then. Yanfei, please come home. Iota. Alright. Never mind then. Alright, so wishing in the statue hand didn't give Yanfei, but it did give a 5-star, give or take, whether you think that's good or not, I guess. Zhongli is a good character. What we need is Yanfei, come on. Ah, there we go, now we're done. Now we have Yanfei. Let's go. You know what, how about for today, since we got both Yanfei and Zhongli, and Yanfei's just so cute and adorable, and I want to use her. Like, she just feels like less clunky of a please. How about we go fight like all the new bosses in the new domain? Alright, so this, I don't know what the new abyss is or what the debuff is, but this is gonna be fun because we have 2 level 1 characters with 2 level 80 characters. This is gonna be a piece of cake. Let's go, Yanfei. Let's show them what we got.
Stabilize.
Geo-resonance buff for the first time ever.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't lost anyone yet. Like, this is going better against these two. Like, even though it's like the old floor 12-1, it's going really well, and we haven't died yet.
It's
I mean, well, okay, Zhongli, avenge Yanfei, end it all. Ooh, man, I see why people like Zhongli. It took a little bit of time, but that was really nice. First artifact in the new domain, good or bad? What do you think? Hope is... it's bad. Of course. You know, the more I play Zhongli, the more I start to appreciate him. Even with all the grunting during his animation attacks, like, his charge attack is just too sweet, and when he kicks the spear, of course it's cool. Alright, so now we have the new cryo-hypostasis. I guess if they're putting in a cryo-hypostasis, then that means eventually we're gonna get a dendro and pyro-hypostasis. Wow. That's amazing. I guess since it's cryo, you can just melt it every time. If I had 4-piece Witch on Hu Tao, this fight would be over in like 2 seconds.
Order guide you.
That is so satisfying. That just the animation and just like the rock falling from the sky. That's a feels good animation for an ultimate. Okay, we finally got him down. And then what do we have to do now? Ice cubes. Oh, we just send the rocks into him. Okay. Alright, Yanfei, let's go. One more. Oh, they disappear. Okay. And yeah. Oh, he's not done yet. You still have to go hit him. That was pretty easy. Please be a good artifact. Please. Wow, that was way better than the first artifact we got. Now that is a good artifact. Crystalline Bloom. That's probably for a Eula. Can I just say, I'm really happy they changed the resin cost to 30. Because man, was it getting annoying having to spend 60 resin on these bosses. Devalin's not ready for this new buffed up Ganyu with Zhongli's shield. You know, surprisingly, it's not that hard to win with level 1 characters. Especially when you have someone like Ganyu on the team. You know, you can apply Melt with the Yanfei, field reduction with the Zhongli, and then you just go in ham with Ganyu. Okay, so first weekly drop of the new boss. Did we get anything good? No. No, we did not. Wait! Oh, we got a dream solvent! That's great! That's really good! The dream solvent is what we've been asking for so long. Now we can finally transfer our talent materials that we don't use to other characters.
I'm back, Granny.
Hey, it's Yanfei!
I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yanfei, I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
Glad to hear we're
You
still
became
famous.
one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension.
Maybe not
After
in the
which,
good way,
you
though.
fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
Nani?
A shame that we didn't meet sooner.
Oh, okay.
If we had,
That's better.
well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
Will do.
Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Man, why do they have to tease us so much about the chasm? They know we want to go there.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. Truly, I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus Jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again...
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Monsieur Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after all.
Yanfei is definitely the friend you need when you go shopping.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions.
I really can't stop using his charge attack. It's too cool. Also, Baizu. Well, hello there.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure?
He's really
Though
flamboyant.
I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs.
Is she at the chasm like everything else seems to be, huh?
And if it isn't Miss Yanfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus jadeite?
He's smart.
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related...
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
Well played, Yanfei. Well played.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Anyone have any relative good guesses for how long it's gonna take till we get Visor as a character? When will Dendro come?
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
He is not gonna be happy about this.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus nephrite.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
I love how Yanfei was just like, objection, basically, to this guy.
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Yanfei's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
Don't worry, Paimon. She's just doing her job.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite.
That's good enough for me.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
It may not seem like it, but that card will probably come in handy in the future. Now that was a long quest for a teapot, but at least we got to meet Yanfei. Let's go to the floating abode first. Hopefully we can switch it later if we want to. I think we can. Now this is awesome. I'm getting some major Animal Crossing vibes from this house. How long do you think it's going to take till people are ready for house reviews? Because that's something I want to do. Well guys, that will be all for today's adventures in Genshin Impact. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you on the next one.